The world will survive and prosper, and will keep going up in terms of economic output and opportunities and innovation, technology and our livelihoods. They will keep getting better. In the short term, it's going to suck. So to answer your question, Steve, heard rumors on U.S. finally doing cryptocurrency, COVID pushing us closer to this. I think actually in the stimulus bill they passed, it talked a little bit about a U.S. I don't know if it was U.S. funded or U.S. I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something along the lines of a U.S. style cryptocurrency or U.S. based cryptocurrency or whatever the terminology is. Yes, I think cryptocurrencies are going to kind of transform the world in time. Right now, I think they're essentially do nothing. I think of them cryptocurrencies like gold and silver in that I like assets to produce cash flow. So things like stocks, public companies, private companies, real estate, apartment buildings, commercial buildings, stuff like that. I want stuff to produce cash flow. So I don't hold any gold or silver. I think I put cryptocurrencies in that category for now. I do think in time it's going to change the world, but right now I think it's way too early. And I think it was last year, the year before, whenever Bitcoin was up near 20,000, I was talking to some people behind the scenes, and I said it makes no sense that the price goes up this much in a short period of time because there's no way to even put a value on what the asset is worth because it produces no cash flow. That's how businesses and companies and investors like me is we value stuff based on their cash flows and their profits. If they aren't producing anything, in my opinion, you can't value them. So that means that Bitcoin could be worth literally $1 or be worth $1 million. Nobody knows. Even the people who founded it don't know the value of it. So that kind of on a philosophical level is why, yes, I think the US will do it. And in probably 20 years time, cryptocurrencies will be big and we'll have some kind of like in a sci-fi world, some kind of like a credit or credit system, like a worldwide, they'll be called credits or bills or whatever. If you ever watch sci-fi stuff, there's kind of a world currency and they call it credits, or galactic currency and they call it credits or whatever. I think we'll have something like that probably within 20 years. Right now, I think it's way too early in terms of what they will do. And another reason, so that's kind of on a philosophical and investing basis. Another reason I don't invest in gold, silver, or cryptocurrencies is because every time I hear an argument about investing in them and how this is going to, it's kind of a hedge. These things are kind of a hedge against an economic apocalypse. I understand having like 5% of your portfolio in gold or silver or cryptocurrencies or whatever. I get that as kind of a hedge against all this. If everything goes to crap, that will give you some value. But in my opinion, if you're worried about an economic apocalypse, you should be buying things like medicine and guns and ammo and food. That would be more valuable than gold. If you have a lot of gold, but you don't have any guns, people with guns are going to come take your gold. So that's another reason I don't invest in gold and silver. Again, I get it for a like 5% hedge in your portfolio, but to a large degree, when I worked at the investment newsletter a couple of years ago, there were some people that owned like 30 to 40% of the portfolios in gold because they were worried about an economic apocalypse. And I was just sitting here, okay, but shouldn't you be buying guns and guns and like ammo and stuff? It just logically, it doesn't make sense to me. So if you're worried about that kind of stuff. So those are my thoughts on that. Cannabis stocks. I get that question all the time, even from my parents. I get literally every person I talk to who knows I am an investor and have been in this arena for a long time ask me about cannabis stocks. Every single person. I work at an investment newsletter now. Gold and silver. Alrighty. Yeah, no, I put gold and silver in the same thing as cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I mean, does that make sense, Steve? About what I said about the the kind of economic apocalypse and having a small portion of it. But otherwise, I mean, guns and medicine and food to me makes logical more sense. Okay, so